So afternoon everyone. So yesterday we have seen the heat interchangers where we have known the devices. They are the devices which transfers the heat from liquid to liquid or from gaseous to gaseous through metal wall. Okay, we have seen their types also, the baffles, liquid to liquid interchangers and fin tubes. In that we have seen
I'm
very
not getting your voice.
Oh, may I audible? Yes, whether I am
Anyone can speak. I am testing whether there is problem in my student 225 is speaking, but I am not getting.
so whether I am audible?
Just wait. Don't proceed. I will leave the meeting and I will rejoin. Wait. I will leave and I will rejoin. Now you talk.
Yes, sir. Whether I am audible?
Yes, you are audible, but through my laptop, not through this device. Headphone. Okay.
Okay, may I proceed now? Yes, sir. May I proceed now?
1 minute. Speak again.
So may I
Yes,
proceed
yes,
now?
yes. Yes, now you are audible to me. Yes.
Okay. So yesterday we have looked over these heat interchangers, whether which are the devices which transfers the heat from hot liquid to cool liquid or from hot gas to cool gas through a metal wall. We have seen the different kinds of heat interchangers, baffles, liquid to liquid interchangers and fin tubes. And in that we have seen deep about the baffles. They are the circular disc of metal sheets having perforations on one particular side to receive the tube. They are placed in the tube which eventually increases the path of flow of the fluid. Also it increases what the velocity of fluid and make sure that the fluid is moving in what perpendicular direction to the tubes, which eventually decreases what the resistance to heat flow. They are classified into the transverse and longitudinal types, and again the transverse is categorized into the plate baffles, which are used to enhance the turbulence of cell fluid and minimizes the thermal stress in the tubes, whereas the longitudinal baffle is that it controls the overall flow of fluid in cell to achieve desired heating of inserted cold liquid. Okay, that means due to this longitudinal baffles placed in the assembly, we will get what desired heating of the inserted cool fluid. Now here in this diagram you might see that there is the classification of baffles which is based on its construction features. The single segmental, double segmental and triple segmental baffles, where the single and double segmental baffles are used mostly due to their ability to assist maximum pressure and heat transfer, whereas the triple segmental baffles are used for low pressure drop application. The next we have seen liquid to liquid liquid to liquid heat interchangers, where the construction aspects tell us it consists of tube sheets, spacer rods. It consists of what? Tube sheets, spacer rods or spacer tubes, guide rods, and various inlets and outlets. The second point says the tube sheets are attached to the guide rods. Baffles are attached to the perforation side where the tube is getting inserted. The whole assembly is covered by the shell casing. There are two distribution chamber where one is used for the inlet of cool fluid while subsequent is used for the outlet of hot fluid or heated fluid. Now please focus on this particular diagram. Let me clear you about the inlet of hot liquid and outlet of heated liquid. So here it is the heat interchanges where it is the device used to transfer the heat from hot liquid to cool liquid. Here both the source as well as the material which is heated both are present in liquid state. So when we are supposed to insert cool liquid from this particular inlet, meanwhile we have to supply a particular hot liquid through this inlet. The supplied hot liquid will follow this path and eventually get exposed to this chamber, and it eventually what it does, it will make this cool liquid hot, and the liquid which is heated will get collected near this outlet. Okay, whether you got the difference between the hot liquid and heated liquid? The hot liquid is the liquid which we are supplying to make this particular cool liquid hot, and this hot liquid which is transformed from this cool liquid will get collected near this outlet. Okay, and the outlet of hot liquid, it is the provided outlet for this inserted hot liquid. Okay, this is the outlet through which the inserted hot liquid will get drained out once it make this cool liquid heated. Okay. Subsequently, we are seeing these tube sheets, guide rods, and these spacer tubes. These parallel metal tubes which are arranged parallelly, the end of these tubes are get fixed within these tube sheets, where guide rods and spacer tubes along with the help of baffles, they will maintain what the airflow in this assembly. Okay, done with the outlet and various aspects of this assembly? Yes. Now we will see the working part. The hot fluid get inserted through the inlet. The baffles make the direction of the flow to its right angle to the tubes. This causes the heating of baffle which also heated the tubes. Thus, when cool liquid is passed through the chamber, it will get heated. Now pay attention here please. When we are inserting this hot liquid through this inlet, it will follow this path. Okay, in first chamber it will spread out, and due to the presence of these baffles, the work of baffle is to make this hot liquid exposed to the right chamber. Right angle in sense, it will make sure this hot liquid which is inserted into the assembly will move to its right angle, so that when we are inserting this cool liquid, it will get the sufficient contact time between the inserted hot liquid, and it will get heated in this chamber and get collected near this outlet. So that the baffles playing here important role by making this inserted hot liquid, it will move to its right angle direction, so that the cool liquid which is present in this particular distribution chamber will have the contact to the hot liquid and will get heated. And whereas this causes the heating of baffles, and it will also heated the tubes, and thus the cool liquid is passed through the chamber, it will get heated. Even though the baffle is doing what? It is making the hot liquid direction to its right angle to make this cool liquid hot, and also it is making these tubes heated by the inserted hot liquid, and thus when the hot liquid is passing through these tubes, it will get too heated due to this tubes and will get collected near the outlet. Okay, and where the during heating, if there is the presence of what condensed gases or non-condensed gases, it will get drained off through this outlet. Okay, done with the liquid to liquid heat interchanges. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, let's move to the fin tubes. As we are seeing in the diagram, there are number of varieties of the fin tubes, that they are rectangular fins, longitudinal fins and spiral fins. Varieties of fins are available. These are rectangular discs, can be placed to the right angle of the tubes. Here in this picture you are seeing the fins are placed on the surface of tube, which are actually making the 90-degree on the surface of the tube. So they are termed as rectangular fins, that they are making what? Right angles to the surface of tubes. Whereas the spiral fins are attached to the tubes. Okay, spiral fins are having direct contact to the surface of the tubes. You are seeing in the picture. Whereas in the longitudinal fins, they are making what? The longitudinal section over the surface of the tube. So what's the role of fin tube? They are used to decrease the size of apparatus. As the size of tube decreases or the apparatus decreases, it eventually increases the surface area, right? When the surface area enhances, the rate of heating will also get accelerated. Okay, the major function of the fin tube is what? It usually decreases the size of apparatus, which accelerates what? The rate of heating or rate of heat transfer. Okay, done with the heat interchanges. Now let's move to the derivation part, which we have covered very fast in the yesterday's session. Now we are going to see it once again. Now it is the derivation regarding what? The flow of heat through compound resistance in series, in the parallel series. Now suppose a flat wall made up of series of layers having thickness L1, L2 and L3 and conductivities K1, K2 and K3. In the picture you are observing that there are presence of three layers with different thickness, that is, which is expressed in the form of L1, L2 and L3. Okay, and these layers also carry some kind of conductivities, which are expressed in the form of K1, K2 and K3. So the entire area of the wall is denoted in the form of A. We have seen that these three layers are having different thickness and different conductivities, which are expressed L1, L2, L3 and K1, K2, K3 respectively. But when we discuss about its whole area of this metal wall or flat wall, the area is constant, which is represented in the form of A. The third point says us the temperature drop across three layers is denoted as delta T1, delta T2 and delta T3. Whereas the R1, R2 and R3 are the resistance of these three layers. Okay, when we are knowing that there is the flow of heat from high temperature area to low temperature area. So there is eventually what? Temperature drop in between these three layers, which is expressed in the form of delta T1, delta T2 and delta T3 for particular layer. Similarly, these R1, R2 and R3 are the respective resistance for the three layers. Now, the delta T, which is the absolute temperature drop occurring from hot area to cool area. Delta T is what? It is the temperature drop occurring from high temperature area to low temperature area, which is equal to T1 plus T2 plus T3, where T1, T2, T3 are the temperature drop occurring in between these three layers. Okay, so delta T1, that means the temperature drop occurring in this single layer, is denoted or is constructed in this form of equation, which says us delta T1, that is temperature drop in first layer, is equal to Q1 into L1 by K1 into A, where Q1 is what? The rate of heat transfer occurring in one layer, whereas L1 is what? L1 is thickness of one layer, where K1 is the conductivity and A is the area. Similarly, in case of T2 and T3, temperature drop occurring in second and third layer respectively is equal to Q2 by L2 by K2 into A, Q3 into L3 by K3 into A, where Q2 and Q3 are what? The rate of heat transfer occurring through the second and third layer respectively, where L2 and L3 are the thickness of layers of layer 2 and layer 3, and K2, K3 are the conductivities of layer 2 and 3, where A is the area of entire flat metal wall. Okay, so we are constructed this equation that the whole temperature drop occurring in the metal wall is equal to T1, T2 and T3. We are having this specific value for T1, T2 and T3. So substituting that value in this equation, we would get this sixth equation, that delta T is what? Is nothing but proportional to the value which we are allotted to T1, T2 and T3, that is K1 into L1, K1 into A, plus Q2 into L2, K2 into A, plus K3 into L3 by K3 into A. Okay, now 7 point says us the entire heat must pass from first resistance and also which also pass from second and third resistance. Okay, when we are passing some kind of heat from R1, it should pass from R2 and ultimately it will pass through R3 also. That means, so heat transfer occurring from region or R1 to R3 is Q, which is equal to Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3, where these are what? The rate of heat transfer occurring in first, second and third layer. Therefore, Q is equal to what? The delta T, which is the absolute or overall temperature drop occurring from high temperature area to low temperature area by L1 by K1 into A. Now this equation we have received from this equation. Now we have plotted the equation for delta T, which is equal to what? Q1 into L1 by K1 into A. So if we want the equation for this particular Q1, we will get what equation? Q1 is equal to L1 by K1 into A. That's it. We are substituted same value for same value in this equation, which is L1 by K1 into A, which is nothing but the rate of heat transfer occurring in first layer, where L1 is what? The thickness of first layer, K1 is the conductivity of first layer, and area is the area, A is the area of entire walls, plus L2 by K2 into A and L3 by K3 into A. Okay, we will get this equation. But in the ninth equation it says delta T by R1 plus R2 by R3. Now look here, we are taking thickness of layer by conductivity of layer into area, which in this equation, this equation will correspond to what? Resistance. That means R1 is equal to what? L1 by K1 into A. Similarly for R2 and R3 we will get this ninth equation, and 10th equation is delta T, that is the overall temperature drop, is equal to or is to T1, T2, T3 equal to resistance occurring in all three layers is to R1, R2, R3. In this 10th equation, it states that, 1 minute. Yeah, it states that the heat flow through number of resistance in series, the temperature difference are total temperature drop. Okay, this delta T is what? The total temperature difference, which is equal to the temperature difference occurring in individual layer, and the thermal resistance or the total thermal resistance is equal to the individual thermal resistance of the layer. Okay, this delta T is nothing but the overall temperature difference, which is equal to the individual temperature difference of particular layer, whereas the resistance, the total thermal resistance is equal to the individual resistance of the layer. Okay, it is understandable or not? Still there any confusion? Yes, you can respond. Sorry for the interruption. Yes, you can respond whether it is understood or not. Yeah.
Understood.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Now let's proceed with the second derivation part. Yeah, sorry for the interruption. The first, looking by the, by the help of this diagram, the first point is saying us the consider a hollow cylinder having radius small r, r1 and r2 of radius thin cylinder. That means the r is the radius of thin cylinder and r1 is the radius of inner wall and r2 is the radius of outer wall. You are seeing this r, r1 and r2 where r is the radius of thin cylinder. Okay, the r is what? The radius of thin cylinder, where r1 is the radius for outer wall. Sorry. Consider a hollow cylinder having. Am I audible? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now this small r is the radius of thin cylinder, where r1 is the radius of inner wall and r2 is the radius of outer wall. Okay. Now T1 is the temperature of inner wall, which is hot, and the T2 is the temperature of outside wall, which is cool. The dr, which is present here, the dr is what? It is the thickness of thin section, n is the length of hollow cylinder, and km is the thermal conductivity constant. Now, by these dimensions and this diagram, the rate of heat transfer occurring in this hollow cylinder with these many dimensions can be constructed in the form of Q is equal to minus K into dt by dr into circumference of cylinder, that is 2 pi. 1 minute. Yeah, 2 pi r n. Okay, we are considering here a hollow cylinder of radius r, r1 and r2, where the radius r is radius of thin cylinder, r1 is the radius of inner wall and r2 is the radius of outer wall. T1 and T2 are the temperature of inner and outside wall respectively. Dr is what? The thickness of thin section, n is the length of hollow cylinder, and Km is what? Thermal conductivity constant. So the rate of heat transfer occurring from T1 to T2. We know that there is always heat transfer from hot body to cool body. So here we are allotted T1, the temperature of hot area, and T2 is the temperature allotted to cool area. So the heat transfer from T1 to T2, the rate is given in this form of equation, which says as Q is equal to minus K dt by dr into circumference of cylinder, which is 2 pi r into n, where Q is the rate of heat transfer, K is the thermal conductivity constant, and here minus sign indicates what? The temperature drop occurring from temperature T1 to T2. And dt by dr, they are nothing but the temperature coefficient, and by seeing the specific elaboration, the dt is the temperature gradient, whereas dr is what? The thickness of thin section of cylinder, and circumference of cylinder is 2 pi r, where n is what? The length of hollow cylinder. Okay, now here if the condition begins, and we will get the dl is equal to dr, where dl is the thickness of the hollow cylinder and dr is what? The thickness of thin section. On rearrangement, by considering the radius and temperature variables, these equation, which is Q is equal to minus K into dt by dr into circumference of cylinder into n, can be written as dr by r is equal to minus 2 pi into n into k by q into dt. Okay, we are considering this equation, but when there is the condition is dl is equal to dr. Okay, when the condition will be dl is equal to dr, on rearrangement of this equation by considering the radius and temperature variables, we will get the equation as dr by r is equal to minus 2 pi nk by q into dt. Now we have to integrate the limits within r is equal to r1 when t is equal to t1 and r is equal to r2 when t is equal to t2. By integrating, we will get by considering the limits r1 and r2, we would get dr by r is equal to minus 2 pi n by q, and by considering the limits t2 and t1, k dt is equal to 2 pi n by q, and k dt as a independent quantity. Now integration r2 minus r1, if we have plotted, we will get 2 pi n km by q t1 minus t2. Okay, this equation we will get when we integrate r2 minus r1, and yes, by this equation we can plot what? Rate of heat transfer occurring through hollow cylinder is equal to 2 pi, which is the circumference of hollow cylinder, n is the length of the hollow cylinder, whereas km is the thermal conductivity constant, T1 minus T2, which is also expressed in the form of delta T, which is the actual temperature drop occurring from region T1 and T2, that is T1 the temperature of hot area and T2 the temperature of cool area, by integrating R2 by R1. Now we have to consider this equation with the journal form. This journal form is nothing but rate of heat transfer is equal to coefficient into area into delta T, that is temperature difference, by length of metal. Okay, by considering into the journal form, which says as coefficient, which is the thermal conductivity constant, area, which is AM, area of whole cylinder, temperature difference, that is delta T, T1 minus T2, by length of metal. Okay, Now, if we want to find the equation for this particular area of this hollow cylinder, we would get the equation as 2 pi n r2 minus r1 by integration of r2 by r1. Okay, where the AM is heat transfer area of cylinder or mean area of cylinder. If we want to find the heat transfer occurring into the mean area of cylinder, we would get on this by rearranging this equation, we would get this equation for the AM, which is 2 pi n r2 minus r1 by integration r2 by r1, where if we want the equation for logarithmic mean radius, that is Rm, the equation will be r2 minus r1 integration r2 by r1. Here the logarithmic mean less convenient than arithmetic mean. So final the equation will be what? Rm is equal to, if we put the integration if we convert this integration to log, we would get the final equation as Rm is equal to R2 minus R1 by 2.303 log R2 by R1. We can resolve this into the form of log by considering 2.303 log and in bracket R2 by R1. Or we can also find it into the form of integration also. That means Rm is the logarithmic mean radius. Here the value of R, that is radius. No, it is Rm, sorry, it is Rm, that is logarithmic mean radius. The value differ in the condition. First point, R1 by R2 is smaller than 3.20, the wall is thick, whereas if R1 by R2, it may be in the form of integration or logarithmic. If the value is smaller than 3.20, the wall of cylinder is thick. If the R1 by R2 value is smaller than 1.5, the wall is thin. Okay? By this equation of logarithmic mean radius, we can determine whether the wall of cylinder is thick or thin by considering these values: 3.20 for thick wall and 1.5 for thin wall of cylinder. Yes. Now here we cover the chapter heat transfer. Yes. Now you all are free to please share your doubts. If possible, I would what we can say, clear your doubts, hopefully. So may I know the doubts? Yes, still 15 minutes are there in our hand. Yeah, you can respond. Any part you want to repeat? Yes.
So, are you getting my voice? Hello.
Yes, sir. You are audible.
Okay, students. So she has completed the heat transfer chapter in the very good manner. She has completed. If again, if we are deciding, or if anyone wants to deliver a seminar on our almost we have completed all the syllabus, we will have a revision afterwards. Okay, so if you want to have a deliver seminar, we will think on that, because it is an online form of seminars, and you have given the seminar during our regular classes, and based on that we have given the marks to you. So as due to this severe condition, we will think if you want to test yourself whether you are able to give the seminar online. Uh, we can arrange with the discussion of Anand sir. So we will think of that also. Then whatever chapters we have completed, I will just look on that. Extra in the online classes. See, then
So no one has any doubt regarding this chapter? Yes, you will get the notes of of my PPT, but yet you have to remove the notes from Subramanyam. In with regards to the application part,
one minute. What you said? You have to remove. Or you have to draw. Or which is correct? I don't know.
okay, you have to draw the notes.
Which is correct? Let me know. I'm just asking.
You have to remove.
Remove is
No,
correct.
sir, you have to draw.
Huh?
It
Which
is
is correct?
correct, draw.
Okay. So, see, student, it is a very good book. So, C.V.S. Subramaniam. You can read that many times, no doubt, and you can use the ball pen or whatever the color pen is there. You can circle it. Huh? जेवढं मॅक्झिमम वाचता येईल तेवढं वाचा सो दॅट इट गेट क्लिअर. म्हणजे असं जुनं झालं पाहिजे वाचून वाचून. डोंट थिंक दॅट म्हणजे कसं एखादी नवीन वस्तू असते आपण जपून जपून वापरायचं. डोंट डू दिस टाइप ऑफ ॲटिट्यूड विथ युअर बुक्स. यू यूज द बुक्स फ्रिक्वेंटली सो दॅट इट गेट ओल्ड. नेक्स्ट टाइमला दुसऱ्या स्टुडंटने आम्ही म्हटलं पाहिजे अरे किती यूज केलं याचा. So like that. So 1 minute, I am interrupting you. So what we have seen? We have seen flow of fluid, size reduction, size separation, heat transfer. We have seen. I will take it afterwards, but I am considering it. We have seen this. Then evaporation. This is from the chapter unit number 2, heat transfer, evaporation, and distillation. Unit 3, drying, mixing. Unit 4, filtration, centrifugation. Unit 5, material of plant construction. There some part is remaining of this one. So almost we have completed all this syllabus. As discussed in the previous lecture, you will buy a Xerox, or you will take the Xerox of this Subramaniam, and you will read that book. It is itself like what you say, your notes. Okay. So whenever you are reading the books, if any point is there, due to that book you can get idea what that point is want to tell you. एखादा पॉइंट असेल तर बुक का वाचायचं असतं मी सांगितलंय की तो एखादे 2 लाईन समजून सांगण्यासाठी ते वरच्या 5-6 लाईन तुम्हाला वाचावे लागते. मग तुम्हाला त्याची आयडिया येते. ओके. अँड दिस मेमरी रिमेन्स फॉर द लॉंग टाइम. whenever you go after 5 years 10 years you can recall that. सगळ्यात 8 लाईन नाहीत पण त्या 2 लाईन मधले जे मेन शब्द असतात ते तुम्हाला आठवतात. That's why I always ask students to read the book. So apart from that, some students asked me to provide the Google Classroom ID. So if you have completed your what you have completed your assignment, so you can upload you can upload that assignments on this Microsoft Teams, or if you can upload that on the last year's my email ID. I have given that one. What is that? Bhosle sir at COPS at Gmail. Bhosle sir COPS Gmail. Okay, I will share that on our WhatsApp group also. So whatever you think, or you will upload that, or you will send me that to my.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
So can you please throw light on the part regarding the question bank? So it is present in the Subramaniam book, but yet there were many issues regarding the points of answer writing. So can you say us about that part?
I have not got your point. What you want to say? There is a question bank in Subramania. Okay.
Subramaniam. So while writing the answers, in what format we have to write so it would be applicable for good marks?
Format means what?
Um,
Sir, like what to write, what not to write, what should be mentioned, like that.
See, it depend. Firstly, it depend on the question. Question means question plus how many marks it carries. Okay. If the question is suppose definitions, define. So you will write only definition. You are not going to give the all the description of it like that. If the question is there, suppose write a note on FBD. Okay, and if it carries the 5 marks. So briefly, you have to mention all these things. What is a principle of FBD? Suppose how it works, and if possible, diagram is there. And if 10 marks question is there, in that they
Excuse
are
me, sir.
yes.
Sir, but if for such questions, if they are asked for 5 marks, it would become too lengthy to write the answer.
No. That you have to decide that time. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
And usually you get the idea what to write there. Okay. How much within the answer you are going to write, you have to decide at that. Okay, what are the main points are there that you have to decide. And in Subramaniam book they have given, I think they have divided into questions of 2 marks also. 1 minute. I have one. What happens if we go? हो गया है जैसे अभी पूछ रहे हैं so depending on that number of marks, okay, you have to write accordingly your question, your answers. Okay, but whatever some students ask me to give the or take the assignment or test on MCQs. So is it okay for all of you? MCQ. Hello. MCQ.
Yes.
Sagar.
Sir, shall we discuss and tell you individually, any one of us, after the lecture?
No, you can tell because I know you have already
Yes,
discussed.
sir.
Excuse
It's
me,
okay
no,
for
we
me,
have
sir.
discussed on the group during the surface
Yes,
tension
but sir is saying about
the assignments regarding the instrument construction or diagram we can do. Apart from theoretical part, we can give the MCQ test, na? Majority of the classmates of ours have said okay to that.
yes,
Correct.
okay, then I don't have any problem. Yes, sir, I am ready.
And And anyone has any problem regarding this? Apart from assignment, sir is going to conduct the MCQ test. And those the construction regarding the diagrams are present, sir will plan for that assignment. Yeah, anyone having any problem? It is okay to all? Yeah, please respond.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Excuse me, Malika. Will you share us your heat transfer notes so that
Yes,
we'll
I
prepare
have
ours? We can
yes,
supplement our notes with yours.
yes. I have took in my mobile phones. I am going to share it on WhatsApp group. Yeah.
See, whatever notes she is going to share, you will take support of that note, but don't depend on anybody's note. First
Yes,
thing.
sir. We'll just
No,
supplement
this
it.
is
We will prepare our.
this is not for you only. This is for all. Because what happens if you are reading her or his note, not thoroughly, and at the time of examination, if you are not able to write the answer, and it depends on the individual student. So what can happen if you are not getting the mark? You are there to blame the note maker. ज्याच्या नोट्स आहे त्याच्या नोट्स वापरल्यामुळे तुम्हाला मार्क मिळाले नाहीत असं तुम्ही हे करता किंवा ही टेंडन्सी असते. आपलं अपयश दुसऱ्याच्या माथी लावू नये. So you can search from the internet, but you will not supposed to blame anyone. You should be thankful to the person who is going to provide you notes. This is for all the students. Kiwa, if possible, you try to make your own note because you are reading the books and you have enrolled in that book and you know what to write. याच्यामधून काय घ्यायचं हे मला समजतंय का नाही. म्हणजे रेडीमेड मटेरियल घेण्यापेक्षा समजा तुम्हाला आता मी जनरल एक्झाम्पल देतो बिकॉज व्हॉट इफ आय एम गिव्हिंग द जनरल रेग्युलर एक्झाम्पल म्हणजे तुम्हाला लगेच कळतं. तुम्ही आता समजा बाहेर जाता हॉटेलमध्ये, आता जात नाही, अगोदर जात होता. तुम्ही काय घेता तिथं वडापाव घेता, ठीक आहे, 15 रुपये देता, 10 रुपये देता. बट तुम्ही जर असं कधी विचार केला अरे हे आहे हे मलाच बनवता आलं तर इज इट इक्वल एक्झाम्पल ना सागर?
येस सर.
हा म्हणजे मी मुद्दाम सांगतो की ट्राय टू ड्रॉ युअर ओन नोट्स. यू विल टेक. पण
Sir, I
सगळ्यांसाठी
didn't intend to speak like that. Just to supplement my notes, I asked it.
No, this is not for you. I am repeating
Yes,
again.
sir. Yes,
This
yes.
is for all the students. You are talking, that's why I am talking to you. But this is applicable to all the students. स्वतःच्या नोट्स असणं थोड्या चुकीच्या नसतात, थोडे कमी जास्त असेल, पण ते तुम्ही लिहिलेलं असतं. दिस इज युअर ओन प्रॉपर्टी असं होतं. आणि ह्याचा उपयोग काय होतो तुम्हाला सांगू का? भविष्यात इन द फ्युचर तुम्हाला हे सवय लागून जाते. बघा तुम्ही एक 10 दिवस तुम्ही काढा नोट, उगीच थोडं एका चॅप्टरचे 10 दिवस लावा ना तुम्ही. मग ते तुम्हाला जर सवय पडली तर ते तुमच्या डोक्यात असं फिट बसलेलं असतं. ओके, बट इफ यू आर गेटिंग द रेडीमेड नोट्स त्याचा काय उपयोग होणार नाही. ते डायजेस्ट केलं जाईल का नाही हे पण आपण सांगू शकतो. ओके, तर आता मी हे सिलेबस आपलं ऑलमोस्ट कव्हर झालंय. आपण नेक्स्ट पासून काय टेस्ट किंवा रिपिटेशन किंवा हे असं चालू ठेवणार आहोत. डोंट थिंक दॅट सिलेबस संपला आता काय कॉलेजला जायचंय असं नसणार आहे. ओके, because other colleges have started their teaching now only. We are ahead of all the colleges, but it will be better for you. Okay, so you can leave here to 27 now. If any problem is there, you can ask the coming lecture. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
you.
Yes.